Hello and welcome, I am Patch with your Game Clown once again, and welcome back to Plague Inc. Evolved. Now, you may have noticed that I haven't said the Halloween edition. Well, this one is not necessarily that. I have been talking about this every time I've been doing a little bit of a joke every single time I saw it. So I'm finally going to do nudism. This mod is stupid and it is probably a waste of time to even read this. Nudism is not a disease and its goal is to make the world appreciate it. Animals will change the way people think about nudity. Scientists will realize true evolution and public stuff. Well, you know what? I'm just going to hop right into it. Why the hell not? Alright, catalyst switch, sure, why not? We've had problems with that in the past. We'll do increased Darwinist Terracite, sure, why not? Urban file, sure, why not? And there we go. Bubble. Booby. Your goal is to make everyone naked, but will authority accept it? Will science see cons and bad hygiene, or will everybody realize clothing are pointless? The mods are stupid and therefore Okay, fine, I get it. Yeah, you're fine. I saw something about sane people in there. Clearly I'm not that thing, so let's just get right... Go. Although I find Europe would probably have been a better place to start a nudism trend. And of course, when we get to Greenland and Iceland, clothing is certainly not going to be pointless. At least out in public. Now, sorry about the noises there. I am actually drinking coffee. I don't know why coffee addiction isn't a disease. Okay, let's see. What is this? Lonesome nudist. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to see what this guy's talking about. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Well, I presume we're all adults here. So... let's just move on. Yeah, besides, if with as much as I swear in some of my other playthroughs, having the word semen is like a scientific word for that is not all that bad. However, I'm gonna keep an eye on this, and if it becomes too disgustingly raunchy, I ain't gonna play it. Lonesome nudist. Bites. Just spread it with the bites. The bites know how to spread stuff. So, I really don't even know what to talk about in this one. This is obviously... completely different than any of the others that I've been playing. Certainly not scary. Nothing wrong with nudity, of course. Yeah. Without getting too political here, I do feel that America's whole... I want to say, like, crusade against anything dealing with the human body is a little stupid, and I feel a lot outdated. A lot of times the media sort of... Ooh, good, it's getting hotter due to global warming. That's good, then we can all take our clothes off. Come on, that's fine. It's like... You ever watch TV? I mean, I generally don't here, but on the news and television, we can have all of this coverage of horrific stuff, like, murder, war movies, countless senseless deaths caused by violence and ignorance and just all of that. I mean, and that's apparently perfectly fine. Humans are starting to see the fun in flashing their parts whilst on boat parties. Yeah, why wouldn't you? So there's like this huge, but culture of war and death and America, and we're okay with showing, like, there's this one example. It was on it was like a fail blog GIF about, one moment please. I was like, it was a fail because it had a teenage girl shaking her booty at another teenager who was actually a robot at the same time. And it's just like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this, blah 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 blah, value, blah 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 blah. So I watched that show because why the hell wouldn't I at that point? And it is essentially one of those giant fighting robots sort of shows where it's like the main characters are fighting. Hello. Clothes are old-fashioned. They decided to go naked in public, making it easier for people to copy them. Warm blood, warm. So that's good. What I need to do instead is complete that. So we'll just hold off on this while I go on this tirade. But yeah, no, I'm watching this, and it is like Powerpuff Girl levels of destruction. You have these giant monsters show up, and then another giant robot. It's Symbionic Titan is the name of the show, actually. It was very sad to see that didn't extend past one season. But essentially, it's like a kaiju thing. It's like these three teenagers from another planet come here and they turn into a giant robot which beats up other giant robots, and through, just bodies smashing all over the place, and, lasers and whatever powers they have to sort of destroy other things. They're destroying whole city blocks of giant skyscraper buildings. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I was drawn to this show. I was shown this program because of a girl shaking her butt in time to music, and that's apparently against our values. But unless you are assuming that every single place where these aliens are fighting is completely just whole stretches of abandoned city, they are murdering hundreds upon thousands of people in this show, just snuffed out in an instant. And I was shocked at the amount of on-screen death happening. This people just losing their lives. Not even like the Samurai Jack thing where like everybody's a robot inside. No, these are people dying by the hundreds in this show. But what people are complaining about is the fact that a fully clothed girl is waggling her butt around. It's the values that we have for a lot of this stuff is just shocking to me. Another example was holy crap, what happened there? It must be that new fashion that just showed up. Alright, that's this. Then we're gonna go submission with the rats. Humans strategically decide that they like rats, go to sewers, live with them, according to... Ew. No. No. No, that's disgusting. That's disgusting, and you can go die. Oh, Hatofui boyfriend. Bronies are now becoming bronier. Thanks for that. Um, but yeah, and it's just like what was it? Generator Rex, I believe, was the name of the show. There's one episode where they're like going through the swamp, and one member of their party ends up getting sucked under and then eaten by a giant alligator or something like that. And the rest of the party manages to make it to the shore just fine. And like, wow, that was a dangerous situation. They basically just brushed off the fact that a person that they probably know as part of their their organization, who probably has friends and family in the actual organization, it it um it just died, and they don't even acknowledge it. And I'm like, how is this the thing? How is this the thing? How is this the thing that you can just basically just like shrug off the snuffing out of someone's life, but fucking God forbid they have a damn nip slip on a goddamn cartoon. Like South Park's doing it right on that. I mean, God forbid. God forbid. And apparently I understand what the fear is. I understand what the fear is with the whole, you don't want to corrupt the youth of today by showing them heavily sexualized stuff. You don't. Apes, sheep. So I get where you're coming from with that. I mean, believe me, I've lived with kids. They absolutely need to be protected from bad sexualized stuff at an early age. But the thing about it is that there's a certain test. I don't know what it is, but it's like the dolphin test, where if you show this picture the way it's arranged, there's stuff in the foreground and there's stuff in the background. And if you are over a certain age as an adult, you will see a couple having sex. If you are a child, you will see like 14. You will actually see 14 dolphins. It isn't until a child reaches a certain age that they even recognize this as being what it is. That's why it's like whenever you see them on the television and you see they walk in on their parents having sex, they're like, "Mommy and Daddy, why are you wrestling?" and stuff like that. I know it's a joke. But what do we got here? Let's see. Suicides, hardcore bondage is seen everywhere, and it's so enjoyable that people forget about their well-being during it. That's going to lead to death. We don't want that. What do we got here? Warm Blood. Then we got Warm Blood 2. And Warm Blood 3. Okay, so we can do that. I'm wondering where the heck this stuff came from. Is this actually in the game, or was this imported? But here's the thing. Pretending that sex doesn't exist. Trying to completely protect our children from that sort of thing, making it shameful, and stigmatizing anybody who is intimate is just as dangerous as just putting it out there and saying, hey, you know what, this is okay, this is something that is acceptable, it's okay to be who you are, it's okay to have sex. By the way, it's okay to have sex. It's a natural function of the body. And don't even try to give me a religious argument here, because if whatever deity that you worship didn't want you to have sex, the human race would have been wiped out aeons ago. Um, so don't even try to start that argument with me. But um, let's see here. So the idea that violence. Let's see, Warm Blood 3. What's this? Increased hormones. We need to do that. So devolve. Yes, devolve. Everybody's in. We can definitely devolve all that stuff. Yeah, but the idea that, oh shit, that's actually costing me refund. Shit. Refund. 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 The idea that making sex shameful and shaming people into this sort of stuff just confuses the hell out of me. Because it is, at the end of the day, let's see here, refund. That's what causes people to become violent and become essentially sexual predators, because repressing a part of yourself that is natural and healthy is only going to have a backlash that is going to make it more dangerous in the long run than just saying, you know, it's like giving a kid a cigarette at an early age and saying, okay, you want to smoke, you want to have a sip of beer, this is it. It takes the mystery away from it, so you don't have people just going the extreme other direction. It confuses the hell out of me that we're in such a situation where the act of love is and intimacy is more of a crime, at least in America, than just straight up murdering people in the back of the fucking head. It just, somebody fucking explain to me how that's even a thing, because I swear I don't understand it. Let's see here. We're never gonna be able to get that. All right, so we've lost this one, but that's okay. Oh, maybe not. Renegade hormones. That's fine. So, I mean, I guess that's my point. It confuses me that just the act of nudity and saying this is who you are, this is what your body is, and it's okay. It is okay to be this, to be you, be comfortable with who you are. You know, I would rather revile somebody for violence the shit. Well, you know what? Screw it. I've lost this, but I managed to get my point across, I hope. Yeah, it it confuses me. It confuses me that anyway, I think I've made my point. Just make love, not war, I guess, is both the title of this episode and the point I'm trying to get across. Um, all right, so yeah, little gross. They went a little bit more. I mean, with this they went a little bit like the difference between pornography and art, which is, it would have been fine if it's like, hey, nudists are okay. They're not all having sex. They're just naked. It's a thing. It's fine. Um, which is also I'm only removing that one because of, I mean, it was clever, it was well done, but at the end of the day, I feel it kind of lost something in taking that next step from, this is kind of artistic to this is just smut. Which is of course the argument you can make for art versus pornography. Anyway, gosh, if you're still listening to this, you are a trooper, I'll tell you. Thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully you'll join me for the next one. And until then, cheers, all.